And welcome back to another info vid. This is info vid number 4, and basically this is the meat and potatoes of playing itsagol.org. This is picking a team and winning matches. Okay, so there's a lot to get through, so let's dive straight in. So, first page we're going to go to is the match day scheduler. So, along the top, we see match day. So if you go into this page, it shows you what matches you've got up and coming. So I've got a league game and I've got a reserve game coming up. Okay, that's straightforward. So let's go into this league game and into the preview tab. So here basically shows you how you line up against your opponent. So it gives basically how strong your opponent is. So their overall score is 47 going into this game, where Runnymede Rangers, which is my team, we are going in at 60. But we are away, so it's always trickier to win away games in my experience. It shows you the team sheet that the Kaiser Chiefs have put out. So they've gone for 3-4-3, and we've gone for more conventional 4-4-2. Now, bear in mind that these teams can change within 15 minutes of kickoff. So don't be fooled if, and this is the dark side of things, don't be fooled if a manager puts out a weak squad, you put in a weak squad, and then they put in their best squad. So yeah, be wary of that. Underhand tactics. Right, so if we go into the actual picking of your 11, there's so much to go through on this page. Team selection is one of the trickiest things you can do on It's a Goal. There's so many options. But what helps you is if we go through this fixture information here. So this basically selects your players into their type. So gives my two goalkeepers. So gives you their school rating 68-46, and then you can go through all these in your leisure. So obviously age, form, appearances, best position, blah blah blah, all the way across, fitness, match fitness. So this gives you at a glance who's your best player and what their skills are. And if you go to defenders, okay, you can see the same for defenders. List them in their skill order. Tells you if they've got a yellow coming up. Tells you their best position here. Also, this tab, so this will be defender right, so he's right-footed and prefers to play on the right side of the pitch. You get a left as well, and also you get a B for both. So if you get DFB, it's defender that doesn't mind where they play. Right, let's go to midfielders. So basically with defenders, midfielders and forwards, you'll get varied types of position. So look, I've got a centre midfielder here, I've got a defensive midfielder there, I've got a creative midfielder there. So basically there are a number of positions, and each position, best position, puts a different attribute to that game. So the best thing to do is for me to point you to this page. So this is the help tab. So if you go to help and then under match day, you will be able to give there's a list of descriptions of best positions. So I would print this off, use it as a reference guide, and you can go through it at your leisure. But it just gives you just an explanation of what each position means if you play that player. Cool. And then if we carry on with forwards, then it lists your forwards in order as well. Okay, and there's another thing to look at. So we are talking about pitch layout. So basically, what that means is this gives a representation of your starting 11 in the formation that you've chosen. So you mentioned before that we were going 4-4-2, but look at the amount of choices you've got. Basically, it's all these. So this is when you get into the weeds of it's a goal. So basically, you can put your players in any of these formations, and it's up to you to figure out what formation to do and how that integrates with the best positions of your players. Cool. So if I go through my team, I'm playing a fullback system. So that's why I've got 2 fullbacks and I've got 2 centre backs. Quite straightforward. Here, my best positions are centre midfielder. So he's my best player. He's like third best. So I'll put them in where their best positions is. And I've got defensive midfielders either side of those. And I've got 2 strikers up top. I haven't got any whole players. The play in the pocket, I've just gone for 2 strikers up front to get the job done. Cool. And also don't forget your subs. So your subs are down here. Basically, if you want to change the position, you just select the position you want to change. And if I want to put Sarkozy in, literally click. And if I want to remove it again, then I can, and put in my goalie back in, and then don't forget to save your selection. Cool. Okay, one more bit on this page that I want to show you about. So this page here gives all your players' information in one spot. Also gives you their fitness, so whether they can play or not. So I've got full squad playing here. But if you look at match fitness, I'm playing Kuto. He's just come back from injury, so he's started off 0. That's why I'm going to couple him up with Delaru, because I need to get him back to match fitness. So I'm taking a risk with that. Also ratings. If we go to ratings, it gives the player's form, his physical, mental and technical sort of scores on there. And also importantly, the 4th tab, if you need it, gives you his stats. So appearances, clean sheets, assists and goals. So from here you can quickly see whether your defender is effective or not. So he's got 23 clean sheets as Knuckle. Kuto's got 17 out of 24, which is not bad. So basically, you can use this to figure out, right, who's your best, who's the player that gives you the most assists. Corfort's all right during midfield, but look down here, Costa is really good at having assists, even though he's a striker, and so Schroeder. Cool, so these are just things to consider when picking your match day 11. Cool, so been through the list, right. So let's talk tactics now. So along your these tabs at the top, you've got preview, which you looked at, team selection, which looks at. Next is tactics. So the main things I want to concentrate on here is basically you dictate your mentality or aggression. So your mentality for your team is normal, but you can have it either on defending or attack. So I'm in 2 minds whether to put my team for this game in defence, because we've got fullbacks and we've got 2 defensive midfields. So they would perform really well defensively, but then you're going to limit your attacking options up front. So yeah, there's a balance to have. Also aggression. How much aggression? So if you want to go in hard, then you want to put 8, 9 or 10, or if you want to go easy or normal, then there. So I normally set my aggression to about 8, because I want them to go in hard. But you're going to tire out the players, and you're going to be prone to injuries as well. And you've got very important tabs. So protect your midfield priority. Do you want them to go forward, or do you want to protect defence? Play off sides. Do you want to counter attack? Use the long balls. So basically there's so many choices you can have. Cool. And there's also a simple tactic version if you want to use that as well. So it gives you lesser options, but it streamlines the process. Cool. And then next page I want to look at is your subs and set pieces. So this is important as well, because it tells you, you tell it who do you want to take the corners, who do you want to take the free kicks and the penalties. You can either put it as automatic, for example, penalties. But for example, if I want Romero, because he's my top scorer, to take the penalties, then I can put him in. Sub instructions as well. Half time, for example, if I'm losing by 1, take off the weakest defender, stick on a forward. So there's all these other options you've got with your subs. And obviously sending off instructions. So if my goalie gets sent off, then I want to bring on another goalkeeper. Okay, so yeah, there's so many options to go through. And back to this page. So when you finish your match and you want to find out your result, just go to club, and then this will take you to this page, and it will show you your result. So the last game I played was in the IAG Cup, and we lost to Will Rubbish. Okay, so we lost 3-1, but they've got a match report for you, so you can really go in depth on what happened during the game. So if we have a look at the front page, it just gives you general stats on how many goals, shots on target, shots off target, corners won, fouls conceded, yellow cards, red cards. Possession is important because that sort of sees how your team sort of did during that game. So obviously we were dominated by Will Rubbish. Also gives you a man of the match, so which player played the best in that game. Cool, but that's just a summary. So if you go to teams, it gives by individual player. Okay, so it tells you how many shots. So if you go across the top, shots, assists, goals, passes, complete, tackles, and rated. So basically rates your player as well, so you can see how well they did. So for me, best player was Olatunji. He scored the goal for me, and he was a 6. Cool. And then any subs you use as well, gives them a rating if they were used, and tells you the subs that were used and the cards. So Costa got sent off for me. Thank you, Costa. Okay, so that's that one. And then your stats is represented in a more graphic format. So you can see, in nice colours, if your defensive possession, midfield possession, attack possession, passes complete in total. So you can go into that, and this is important as well. So this is the last tab, tactics. So it's how they lined up and what they selected as their tactics against what you selected as your tactics. Okay. This is useful. So remember, you can get your scouts to scout this match report ahead of time. So you can get a little bit more information about what you're facing for that game. Cool. And then that's it really. That's how you do it. That's how you check your results. And then obviously don't forget to check your position in the league after you've done that. Oh look, running managers at the top. Cool. So and then you can see how you are faring in the rest of the league. So guys, don't get bogged down with picking your squad. There's so much to choose: the formation, the tactics, the subs. So this for me is where the game comes to life, and I think why most of the players play it. There's so much choice. Then don't get bogged down to start with, and then just soak up the detail as you go along, and then you'll soon find your best formation, and hopefully success on the pitch will follow. Cool. So thank you for watching another information vid. If you like what you're seeing, Yeah, please subscribe. Put any questions you got in the comments, and I'll try and get back to you. But thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.